Hi, my name's Tuli Litvak. I studied fine art at Central St Martin's and have since been practicing art and working as a film producer. A lot of my work is performative, but I see myself as an art facilitator rather than a single author. So I many times work with performers and choreographers. So for this, I'm also very inspired by the specific site of wherever the exhibition takes place, and obviously the site of this exhibition is incredible. And I was struck by the caryatids, which are the female pillars that hold the roof at certain points of the building. And it kind of has become weirdly kind of political now, to do with, just like the protests that were held the other week, and like the bill that was passed, and talk of how attacking a sculpture would win you more time in jail than attacking a woman. And the group of dancers I'm working with are an all-female collective called Mass Hysteria. So we've kind of tapped slightly into that, but really initially it was looking into the history of caryatids. The architect was inspired by the caryatids in the Acropolis in Athens. And so we wanted to build on that and thinking of female struggles along the ages and how they build up, and what we owe previous generations of women and what we hopefully will bring to the future generations of women. So yeah. Obviously with the Me Too movement really gaining popularity in the past few years, and I think in Britain the unfortunate awful murder that happened recently really ignited it. And I think this comes in the tails of a year where domestic violence has increased, tremendously due to the lockdown. So I think women are becoming even more aware of, what's going on. And I think there is a spirit of not taking it anymore and standing up to it. And maybe that's where finding a bit of a wild side in terms of just we don't have to conform to the current structures that are in place, but we can try and break them and look beyond them. So yeah. People turn to, during the pandemic, during the lockdown, to the arts, to reading, to watching things, even to online exhibitions. It's a form of stimulation. So if you don't have art, there's lesser stimulation around you, and there's lesser means to express oneself. So yeah, and I guess on the political note, the idea that, cutting arts because it's not vital, I don't know where we would all be during the pandemic. I think we would have all kind of lost our minds, and not only artists, so yeah. I think there's a certain almost expectation that artists struggle, and that good art is linked to struggle. And whilst that might be the case sometimes, I don't think it has to be the case. I think good art can also be created from a place of balance and happiness and positivity. So I think having a space that supports artists, and whilst things are tough, could also contribute to better art in general as well.